Hi everyone, this is Men's here. I'm playing the Tier 10 American Tank Destroyer, the T110E3 on Ensk. This isn't live since this happened when I wasn't recording, but luckily I had the game's recordings on. The T110E3 for this map, especially in counter, I like to focus on the 7 and 8 line, only because it's a more direct path to the enemy. And I don't necessarily want to go to the town since the flag doesn't really cap fast on encounter, so generally I ignore the flag area. I like to kind of flank behind people that go to the flag. I find that a little bit more effective, especially on this map. Now T110E3 basically has really good all-around armor. You can find a weak spot guide on it on my website, but those little clips on the lower glacis, that's the weakest part of the armor. And then on the left side from this angle, the little 3 viewports, you can hit that flat section underneath it and go through. Now unfortunately this AMX-50B is gonna sit out here in the open, which isn't exactly smart, and he's eventually gonna die. Now I try to back up to let him out, but he's just hell-bent on sitting there and getting shot. Which eventually he does run into me, but it's pointless for him to actually rush out there. Now, there was that one tank sitting there, which I don't exactly think he moved, so I'm going to take a blind shot and I end up killing him here. For tanks like the T110E3, which you don't necessarily run out of ammo much on it, I always take the chance at getting a free shot in or a free kill. Now, there is that T92 to worry about, but I kind of expected him, since he was in a platoon, to actually roll over to the K line, since I don't see any of the Tier 10s over on this side. Now, I'm playing a little cautious here, but eventually I'm just going to use the armor to my advantage and just start plowing forward. Now, if you're ever facing a T110, it's never good to face it front on. Like these tanks, if I was in a Tier 8, like a T34 or a Patton, I would pretty much try to back up. I wouldn't want to go head on. This T34 is actually going to try to push up and take a shot on my friend, but as you see, he gets hit for 1k damage. Now, if the enemy actually focused on the 8 and 9 line with their Tier 10 tanks, they would have just been able to steamroll us and we would have lost by now, but by focusing on the flag, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, since it allows me to work down their tanks on this side and then swing around and flank them from the rear. And I don't know what this TD was doing back there, since he didn't exactly get anything done in the game, but he was sitting right near their spawn and he didn't get any damage off. Or he might have damaged me right up here, but he didn't really do anything the whole game. Yep, he did a little bit of damage, but in the end it was pretty meaningless. Now, my main worry here is that Foch tank, because it can easily one-clip me, and after that, I don't really trust my teammates to actually push around and kill him before he's reloaded. Usually when that tank obliterates one tank, people will get a little bit afraid and they'll hide, because they don't know it has a really long reload. But when you're in a TD like this, it's slow and has no turret on, you want to focus on not being flanked. As you see here, just protect my ass. I don't want anyone to get behind me because that's pretty much game over. And most of these other guys can be one-shotted. Now here I thought, oh shit, we're fucking screwed. I thought that TD was gonna die on our team, but luckily the French TD I think was out of ammo, so he pulled back. And for whatever reason, this medium decides to drive right in front of me, and instead of coming around the other side and trying to flank, you always want to try to take the flanks. You don't want to just rush straight on ahead into 2 tank destroyers. In the end though, I did just over 7,000 damage, and I got a Top Gun award too for 6 kills. If you want to see the stat page for this, it's actually linked below, since they don't show up in replays. Thanks for watching my video, and actually check out my website for that T110E3 weak spot guide if you're having trouble with it. It really helps you kind of see the little areas to shoot. And my website's wotguru.com. Thanks for watching.